In the summer. Well, from golf to baseball, Ken Goldin is with me now. He is the founder of Goldin Auctions with some very rare, very cool items. Ken, it's great to see you back.
Glad to be back with you.
Especially around this whole all-star time. All right, what did you bring? I see a bat and a hat. I'm obsessed with those two things first. You can tell me about the rest in a minute.
Sure. This is a 1932 game-worn hat by one Babe Ruth.
All right.
It is one of only 5 known New York Yankee hats that the Babe actually wore. And the bat is the only known game-used item from the 1905 World Series. It was used and signed by the Giants team. It was Christy Mathewson's bat, who won 3 of the 4 games they won in the World Series 110 years ago.
All right, Ken, moving away from these fantastic pieces just for a minute. I mean, the big game, right, sort of was Tuesday, so you're timing this auction somewhat with the season, right?
Exactly. We started the auction. The auction started a week ago, and it ends July 31st at the National Sports Collectors Convention live in Chicago. So there's a live event where all these items will conclude.
Where did you find the bat and the hat in particular?
The hat actually belonged to a sports museum that has had it for several years. The bat was owned by a friend of Christy Mathewson's family, who owned it for over 100 years until it was purchased by a collector 2 years ago and then made its way into our auction.
So what do you expect each of those items to go for?
The Ruth hat, the current bidding, I believe, is $110,000. We estimate this at $300,000. The Mathewson bat, I believe the current bidding is around $130,000. Our estimate on that is $500,000.
And who are you seeing as buyers? I know we've talked about, obviously they're all baseball history fans, but is there a shift? I mean, are these Silicon Valley guys? Are these Wall Street guys? I mean, who's coming in and saying this is a good investment?
Well, the Babe Ruth hat is probably going to be purchased by a longtime collector. I don't know which one, but there are only 5. There are thousands of Babe Ruth collectors. There are hundreds of Babe Ruth great bats. There's only 5 Yankee hats in the world. This one is probably one of the nicest. So I'm guessing that somebody with a large Babe Ruth collection is going to purchase it. The Mathewson bat could be anybody because it is. First of all, the Giants, of course, now in San Francisco. This is when they were in New York. It wouldn't surprise me if the Giants bought it themselves. It wouldn't surprise me if a Silicon Valley
CEO Larry Baer is going to be on your phone. There you go. Okay. Or you wouldn't be surprised if a Silicon Valley fan took it.
Exactly.
Okay. There's a book, and there is, I can see a Mickey Mantle card. Ken, if you want to just hold it up.
Sure. This is the iconic 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle card.
So for all moms out there who are constantly throwing out their kids' baseball cards collections, maybe not so smart,
yeah,
right?
Our estimate on this was $250,000. It's currently at $280,000 before buyer's premium. So right now it's at $340,000 and still going up. It's one of the finest quality Mickey Mantle rookies that exist in the world.
And it's also, at least I can see from here, it's in mint condition.
Yeah, it's
nobody spilled a drink on that.
Exactly, it's immaculate.
All right. As far as the book, what is this now?
Oh, this is the catalog.
Okay.
So this just shows all the items in the catalog.
And you have 2 mitts that my floor team was checking out here.
Exactly. A little comparison. The auction's in Chicago, so we have Chicago legend Andre Dawson's Most Valuable Player Award up for sale in the auction. But here's a comparison. Next to the award is the glove that Derek Jeter wore when he won his first ever Gold Glove in 2004. So it's game used and it's signed by Derek Jeter. Next to that is a glove that Chicago White Sox and Philadelphia A's second baseman and Hall of Famer Eddie Collins wore back at the turn of the century to show the difference between the modern glove and the ancient glove.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But net on this table, it sounds like there's like $2 million worth of goods?
Approximately, yes.
All right. Ken, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for bringing all these cool things in. Love having you here. Ken
Glad
Goldin,
to be here again. Thank you for having me.
Joining me there, and the auction, as he mentioned, live through August 8th. We have a